We're going apple picking. Guys, I'm so excited. I love fall activities, and apple picking is one of my favorites because it's actually something useful. Like, now you get apples. Whereas I do love going to the pumpkin patch, but like, what am I really doing with a pumpkin? But apple picking, I'm so excited. And Noah and I went last year to the same farm, and we're going again. And they just opened up their like Honeycrisp last week, so I'm hoping that it won't be as picked over because Honeycrisp is my favorite and it is the most superior apple, and I will not take any criticism on that. So we'll see you there. So we got Royal Gala and Empire, and now we're in the Honeycrisp area, and as expected, it's pretty bare because Honeycrisp is just everyone's favorite. Hoping we can find some, because that's the whole reason why I really wanted to come anyways. Sunflowers are my favorite flower. This is so fun. Time for the corn maze. We're at a crossroads. Where to go? Alright. Today I've learned I don't like corn mazes. And I'm getting anxious. Let me out. Hello guys, I am documenting my fall reading. I have been actually so good. I've only been reading books off my fall TBR. To be fair, it was very expansive, so that shouldn't be too hard. However, I'm actually sticking with it. So far I've read The Three Truly Devious's and ACOTAR, and now I'm reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I am quite enjoying. I've actually been reading it on my Kindle, so let's see how far in I am. I'm 20% in currently, and I quite enjoy it. Something just happened, which is good because the first part is kind of backstory, how it happened. I mean, this isn't really a spoiler, but you kind of see, like, obviously no one can remember her for 300 years, so there's some type of like fantasy aspect in it. So the beginning, it was a lot of like backstory, but now things are really happening and we're on part 2 now, so things are picking up, so I'm quite enjoying it. So I'm gonna document me reading this, but I am in the midst of filming my ultimate fall vlog. So I'm going to the pumpkin patch and carving pumpkins this week, which I'm gonna film. So let's see if I can read this book within this weekend. love when a farm has like a market you can go to. The last farm we went to when we went apple picking didn't have a little market, so I'm glad this one did. It's so windy. I'm glad this one did, and we got a few things for like Thanksgiving dinner, like some vegetables and things, and some pie, and yeah. Farm recap, so fun. I think this one was a bit better than the other one we went to just because it had more to do, but there was no apple picking, so you kind of have to go to both if you want both. However, we got some pumpkins, so we can carve some pumpkins on Saturday right before Thanksgiving and have those out and ready for Halloween. So yeah. I went Jellycat shopping today and I got 3 different Jellycats. They're the winter Christmas collection. So first I got the little penguin. So cute. I think I might name him Happy because of happy feet. The second one I got is the little hot chocolate. I wanted this one last year and it kept being sold out. So I finally got it and I'm gonna add it to my little food collection because I have the coffee cup, the deviled egg, and the croissant. So now this one will be added. And lastly, I got the little gingerbread girl Christmas ornament to go on the tree because we get new Christmas ornaments every year and I thought this was so cute. And she has a little bow in her hair. So adorable. I just showered and I'm gonna finish getting ready for the day, but I wanted to show you my new little shirt. Well read, so cute. And I wanted to tell you my plan for the day. So I'm gonna read more of my book. I'm trying to get into it. It was going well, now it's a little slow, but I've heard really good things about The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, so I'm gonna keep going. And then we're gonna watch Dexter because we just started watching Dexter and I feel like this is the perfect time for a show like that. We're on like season 3 already, so it's going well so far. I'm kind of starting to slow down on that wave. I feel like usually when I binge watch a show and that's like all I watch, I start to slow down. So maybe I'll watch like Outer Banks or something, but for now we're watching Dexter and then we're gonna carve pumpkins. I haven't decided what like stencil I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna look up on Pinterest and see what there is, but Noah's pretty good at carving pumpkins. Last year he did one like freehand and it was really good, so we'll see if I can live up to his. But yeah. Hello you guys, I just got home from work and I put on some fresh sheets and I'm washing my duvet cover right now and I'm just finishing up Destiny's new fall diaries and I'm going to after put on Gilmore Girls and read more of my book, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Is that what it's called? I keep wanting to call it The Secret Life of Addie LaRue, like The Secret Life of an American Teenager, if anyone ever watched that show. But anyways, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I think it's called. I'm gonna keep reading that on my cute little Kindle and watch some Gilmore Girls. And I feel like fresh sheets, just got home from work, and I'm off tomorrow. Watching Gilmore Girls and reading is just the epitome of a perfect fall evening. Basically, today I'm gonna watch Grey's Anatomy right now while I eat my breakfast. And don't come for me, I know I'm watching like 13 shows right now, but I wanted to talk about my Grey's Anatomy rewatch because I've seen this show like too many times and I stopped after like season 12 or 13 or something like that, but I'm gonna watch up to probably 11 because if you've watched, you know what happens in season 11 and I can't bear to go on after that. So that's what I'm gonna do. But whenever I rewatch Grey's Anatomy, I never watch season 2 because first of all, why is it 27 episodes? For what? And second of all, I just can't. I don't like the plot. So I'll watch Pick Me, Choose Me, Love Me. I'll watch the bomb episode, and I'll watch the last episode of season 2, and that's like about it. And then I go to season 3, which is much better. And then season 4 is the best. And no, and season 5 is the best. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna keep reading because I didn't read as much as I wanted to last night. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, my thoughts so far on The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I am enjoying it so far, but I kind of like I'm bored of the flashbacks now. Like at first, obviously, the flashbacks were important. We were learning about what happened to her and how she came to be in the situation that she's in 300 years later. But now that we've like found out what happened, like why are we still continuously going back? Like this isn't a spoiler or anything because on the back it says like obviously she's been alive for 300 years, right? And she meets a dangerous stranger and makes a mistake and whatever, but it's like now that we've seen a mistake she's made, why are we still going back? Now it's like 1 year after the mistake, 2 years after the, like I don't care, honestly. Like show me what's happening in the present. Why have we still not met someone who can remember her name? Like why, like can we move it on a bit? Because the flashback chapters are also so long. Like when I'm reading on my Kindle, it'll be like 14 minutes left in this chapter. Are you kidding me? In a flashback chapter? That's the only thing that I'm like, okay. Like, I understand the flashbacks were important, but now it's not as important, and like we can make them quicker or like more sporadic. Like we don't need every other chapter to be a flashback, you know? That's my thoughts. Okay, I'm finally like 50% into the book, and it's definitely getting more interesting. I think there's still too many flashbacks that I like don't particularly care about, because a lot of it, even though it's different stories, it's like the same thing, because as we all know, no one can remember her. So the interactions she has with people a lot of times are very similar, even though they're different. Like, so it just feels not repetitive. It's just like, is it necessary? Like, I get that people don't remember her. I don't need to see every 5 years a new interaction of someone who doesn't remember her. Like, it's just not, I think it, why is the book 400 and something pages? Like, you could have made it 300 and cut out a lot of the backstory. Or not backstory, but like flashbacks, in my opinion. But the present day stuff, I am liking, and I think things are starting to pick up. They just went to the dinner party, if you guys have read this, so I think that things are going to start happening. He's going to start realizing that he's the only one who remembers her, so we'll see. And I'm excited to know, like, why does he remember her? Like, what is wrong with him? Like, what's going on with him that he is the only person who can remember her? We're at Unionville, which is where they filmed the pilot of Gilmore Girls. So, it should be fun. I'm dressed in my little Rory Gilmore red sweater. So, I'm living out my Rory Gilmore dreams right now. Old County Inn, Dragonfly Inn. So that old fire thing was what Taylor's old-fashioned soda shop was actually inspired by. So it never was in the pilot, but a lot of the town was inspired by this town. So that's actually what his soda shop was inspired by, which is pretty cool. Imagine it says Luke's right there. And Luke's apartment. Cute. So fun fact about this is where the actual Stars Hollow sign was. And if you look, I'll insert a photo, but if you look in the first episode, they actually covered this top part with leaves where it says Unionville Planning Mill and just put Stars Hollow here. But this is the actual sign. And there's the gazebo in the back. This is so cute. Hey guys, it actually has been a while since I filmed the last clip, maybe like a week. But I'm sure you'll be just pleased to know I still haven't finished that book. The Secret Life of Addie LaRue. No, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue kind of put me into a slump. I haven't read a single book since then and haven't finished that one still, so it's not good. It's not good for me. I've also been severely busy, which could be part of the reason why I haven't read anything, because I have been so busy, and it's also been making me super tired because I am severely deficient in iron and B12, which I've found out recently. So on top of that and busyness and working full time and a slump, I haven't had time to read. So I was waiting to finish this video off till I was done reading that book, but it's not looking like it's gonna happen anytime soon. So I figured let's just end it off here, end off the fall content. This is the last little bits of fall, and then get started on our winter content. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just finishing off this video. Hopefully in the next one I can give my final thoughts on The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but I figured like if I keep waiting till I finish that book to give my final thoughts on this video will never end. So we're just gonna finish it now, or end it now, and then I'll give my final thoughts in the next video. I'm sorry to disappoint anyone who was looking forward to that, but I simply cannot, I have not been able to get through it. And I don't want this to be hate towards that book because I'm sure it's a good book. I just need to get in the mindset. And then, yeah. So, yeah, I guess that'll be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a little bit late for fall content, but this is just the last moments of fall before we get into all of the Christmas, winter vibes. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.